Yo, what's going on, dudes? We're back with another episode in our full BT6 playthrough, and in today's episode, we'll be continuing with our Resort Black Border. So in today's episode, I want to try out a little bit of a different farming strategy for half cash mode. So last time when we played half cash mode, we ended up using Benjamin as our hero, and it honestly didn't work out very well. We were still able to afford all the towers that we are normally able to afford, but that's about it. Like, we were only able to afford towers that we would normally be able to buy. So I think this time I want to use Sada as my hero, and then I want to try to go for the merchantman farming strategy again, because I think it ended up working really, really well. The only problem is that we weren't able to afford the merchantman at a early round, because we had to spend a lot of money on our Benjamin. And that's what I think really hurt that strategy last time. All right, round 8, let's go ahead and buy our Sada. And then let's go ahead and place our Sada up here like this. And then we can go ahead and like place a tax shooter right here, because this spot is actually really good for attack. On top of that, it's also really good for Sada as well. So now that we have our Sada, let's go ahead and start going for our first merchantman. Now, luckily, Resort is a really, really long map, and the balloons pass by our Sada a lot. So, this farming, actually, you know what? Like, coming up with a farming strategy on this map probably isn't the best idea, but it can work, like, as the framework for a future map, right? So, we'll go ahead and start off with our Monkey Buccaneer. Then, we'll go ahead and upgrade it up to a longer range. Then we'll grab Crow's Nest. Now, luckily, because we are playing on Resort, we can be a little bit more greedy with our Monkey Buccaneer, and we shouldn't need to worry about grabbing hot shots until like after round 40, because the balloons are going to circle past our Sada a lot. So our Sada should be able to deal with all of the lead balloons before round 40 pretty much by yourself. All right, there's our Crow's Nest. Now we need $2,485 to buy our merchantman. So this is going to take a little while to actually be able to afford it. I don't remember what round we were able to afford our merchantman when we were playing with Ben, but I want to say we're not going to be able to afford the merchantman until like round 28 or round 29. And then there's something I want to check. I could actually place, I could place multiple attack shooters here. That's actually kind of big, because we could go for a Ring of Fire as well as we could go for an Overdrive. And if we have both a Ring of Fire and an Overdrive, that's actually going to be kind of overpowered, especially in this little circle here. So round 27, we still don't have enough money for our merchantman. Let's go ahead. We'll activate Sada's level 3. Round 29. Okay, so I may have been a little bit overestimating on when we could afford our merchantman, because it's round 30 and we still can't afford to buy our merchantman yet. Like, maybe instead of going for a merchantman, it would be a better idea to go for a banana farm instead. Maybe if instead of going for a merchantman, we went for like a marketplace or something like that, that may end up working out a little bit better. But honestly, I have no idea. But that's exactly why we're doing what we're doing right now, so we can experiment and like try to find a better half cash farming strategy. Because even if I did go for a banana farm, I don't know which farm would be the best to go for. Like, I almost wonder if I went for a banana farm, if the best farm to go for would be like a monkey bank. Now, the next big question is, do we want to go for a merchantman before round 40, or do we want to grab ourselves a tax shooter? Honestly, even if we grab ourselves a tax shooter, I don't know if it's going to have enough popping power to deal with the Moab balloon. I do know that if we upgrade like our Monkey Buccaneer up to like grape shots and hot shots, that should be enough. But then again, I honestly have no idea. All right, so here is a second merchantman after we activate Sada's level 3. No! Luckily for our Sada's gonna have more than enough time to deal with these lead balloons. It's just a little bit upsetting that I messed up the timing of our Sada's level 3 again. There we go. So we have 2 merchantmen. Now, here comes the big question. Should we go with a double grape shot on our merchantman, or should we go for a tax shooter? Honestly, I think it's going to be a better investment if we go for grape shots and then hot shots on one of these merchantmen. And there we go. That ended up working out way better than I thought it would. Like, obviously, this wouldn't work on any other map other than Resort. Well, actually, it would probably work on a bunch of the other beginner maps, but once we started getting up into the intermediate maps, that's when this strategy would definitely fall apart, right? All right, round 44. Here is our third merchantman. Honestly, we're doing pretty good. We have a 3 merchantmen. I think I want to get up to 6. If we can buy 6 merchantmen, I think we'll be good to go and we'll have a ton of money to work with, right? Like, it was a little bit sketchy going for the grape shots and hot shots for the round 40 Moab balloon, but I'm so glad that it ended up working out, right? All right, here is our 4th merchantman, and hopefully we can afford to buy 6. 6 is like the number that I'm looking for. If we can afford to buy 6 merchantmen before round 60, then I don't think we'll struggle with any money in the late game. Honestly, we'd probably be able to buy a pretty expensive tier 5 tower if we got all of the merchantmen. Honestly, we'd probably be able to buy a pretty expensive tier 5 tower, right? Round 50, the first Moab balloon, I was a little bit worried because we really don't have a lot of Moab popping power, but the Moab balloons actually aren't giving us a hard time at all. And you know what? I'm actually gonna greed a little bit harder, and I'm gonna grab a couple more merchantmen. Like, I know it never pays to be greedy, but I think this time it actually wouldn't be a bad choice because we aren't struggling with popping any of the balloons yet. Round 54, here is a 7th merchantman. Now let's go ahead and grab one more. And then we'll go ahead and, well, actually, we have no choice but to call it after this last one because we won't be able to place down anymore. And then I think what I want to do, we'll have enough money to buy not only the Ring of Fire, but we should have enough money to buy an overdrive as well. As well as we should have enough money to buy ourselves a recursive cluster. So first thing, let's start off by buying ourselves a bomb shooter first. And then let's go ahead and buy the recursive cluster. And then after we buy the recursive cluster, we'll go ahead and buy the overdrive. And then after we buy the overdrive, we'll buy the Ring of Fire. All right, round 59, here's our recursive cluster with the bigger bombs and heavy bombs. Now it's time to, or now we have like the bread and butter of this strategy. Let's go ahead and activate Stars level 3 because those balloons were giving us a little bit of a harder time. Now, let's go ahead and grab ourselves the overdrive next. Like, it would probably be a better idea to go for the Ring of Fire first because the Ring of Fire will be a little bit more effective on round 63. But I want the overdrive for Moab balloons because the overdrive versus Moab balloons would be a little bit more effective, right? All right, and round 62, here's our overdrive, and perfect. So now that we have our overdrive, let's go ahead and grab ourselves the Ring of Fire. We can fit it here. There's just like a really small spot. There we go. Perfect. Let's just go ahead and go for the overdrive now. And just in case any of these balloons want to give us a hard time, we always have like Saw's level 10 that we can activate in at any point in time, right? And then if we really needed cash, you know what we could do? If we sold these 2 merchantmen, that would be 5,000. So 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. We could sell all of our merchantmen for like 20k. And we'd be able to buy like the tax zone, which that would actually be kind of sick, right? So far this farming strategy is working out way better than I initially thought it would. But then again, this is on Resort, so I can't like bank too much on this strategy working on harder maps or on maps where like our Sada does or isn't able to do as much damage, right? So I don't want to say this strategy is like an end-all be-all. But so far, like I was saying, the strategy is working way better than I initially thought it would. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and give all of our towers camo detection. And then after we grab a radar scanner, I kind of just want to go for the tax zone. But then again, let me see. How much is this? This is 37,000 for bomb blitz. We have 10 rounds left until round 80. So we're not making like an insane amount of money from our merchantmen. Like I think each one of our merchantmen is making like $110. So we're making like $880 a round from all of our merchantmen, right? Which normally that wouldn't be a big deal, but in half cash mode, that's definitely a big deal. And you know what? I kind of want to buy myself a flavored trades. And the only reason why I want to grab myself a flavored trades is because when I go to sell all of my merchantmen, I'll be able to make a little bit of extra money back. Instead of making 2,500 per merchantman, I'll be able to make 3,228 per merchantman. That's actually kind of nutty. And on top of that, our flavor trade is actually going to be able to make us more money as well. Dude, you know what? I think we may actually be able to afford to buy the Infernal Ring. Because that's 6. 12, 18, 20. So if we sold all of our merchantmen back, could that be roughly like 25,000? We need 49,000 for the infernal ring. So, oh dude, I think we might be a little bit short because 25,000 plus 10,000, that's 35,000. Yeah, we'd be a little bit short. No. It would be so cool if we could get the infernal ring in half cash mode because it's a little bit more of an expensive tower. But yeah, we wouldn't be able to get, well, actually we might be able to buy the bomb blitz. Like, I think the bomb blitz would be within our budget, but unfortunately the infernal ring would be a little bit too overpriced for us. That's super unfortunate, but I mean, I really wasn't expecting too much. So we'll go ahead and sell all of our towers at the beginning of round 79. And then let's go ahead and see what we can buy. So we have 43,000. We're so close. We're so close to buying the infernal ring. We just need another 5,000. You know what? Let me go ahead and sell this. There we go, dudes. We bought the infernal ring in half cash mode. That's actually kind of crazy. Let's go. Okay. So the merchantman strategy ended up working out way better than I thought it would. But like I was saying, I don't know how well this strategy would work on a different map. So this is something that we have to test out in future half cash modes. But for Resort, the merchantman farming strategy ended up working out extremely well. But anyways, dudes, that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe as well because I do upload daily BT6 content. But anyways, dudes, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.